Hello everyone, I'm Ankit and you're watching StudyIQ IAS English. In our today's video, we'll try to understand why are tribals and police in the state of Odisha clashing with each other. Now, the sequence of events that I'm about to tell you happened on April the 7th. According to villagers, there was a clash between police and tribals nearby the Kashipur area in the Odisha's Rayagada district, and this clash led to injuries to at least 40 police personnel and 25 villagers. Now the cause behind this clash was that a approach road worth 3 kilometers long was being constructed in the village, which will connect the village to a nearby Sigimali bauxite mine. Okay, now tribals for a long period of time are apprehensive of this move of the government to give a contract to mine this bauxite mine to a private company called as Vidanta. According to the villagers, this project will lead to loss of their livelihood. Okay, so we'll try to understand the reasons behind with this clash, but the greater purpose of our today's discussion is to understand the significance of Odisha as far as important minerals and their ores in India is concerned. Okay, so that is the subject of our today's discussion. The notes which I will be using for our today's session, in case if you want to download them, you can go to a particular Telegram channel called as ATS Live, and while you're at it, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel also. So let us try to understand what actually happened that night. What we have right here is the two sides of the argument. So I'll give you the both sides of the argument. It is up to you to make the decision who is at fault actually. Okay. Now the protesters, the tribal villagers, basically they have alleged that the police entered the village early morning at 3 a.m. on Tuesday with an intention to detain those people who have been protesting against this road construction. And the villagers are also of the opinion that before entering into the village, the police actually disconnected the electricity and they broke into the houses by breaking the doors, right? Now, police in their defense have claimed that they were there to arrest just one person against whom a non-bailable warrant had been issued. So they were basically demonstrating or executing a court order. Now, because of this clash, nearly 250 villagers attacked the police with stones, swords, axes, or any other sharp weapons that they were able to find. And in retaliation, police subsequently used lathi charge and they fired tear gases. And to prevent this kind of a clash from happening again in the future, they have now deployed 6 platoons of policemen. Now, the district administration is of the opinion that earlier they had issued a prohibitory orders to the villagers to not protest, and villagers did not follow this prohibitory order. And the villagers are saying that the administration has started the process of construction of the road even without consulting the nearby villagers. And when they tried to protest it, the administration as well as the police force, they used force against the tribals in order to suppress them. So that is why this situation actually aggravated. But you need to understand this is not the only concern of the villagers as far as this particular project I'm talking about in Sigimali is concerned. Okay, so what are the other reservations? Let's find out. Now, villagers are also of the opinion that the legal requirement that you have to fulfill before giving any such projects, they have not been completed as per the required process. On one hand, the Rayagada administration, district administration, they are basically saying that before passing of such project, you require approval of a Gram Sabha. Gram Sabha basically means a meeting where every adult of the village is present. Okay. Now, this is a legal requirement that the administration needs to fulfill under the Forest Rights Act. So, according to the administration, they have sought the necessary permission from the Gram Sabha of the nearby 8 villages, where these villages themselves had given their unanimous approval and consent for the mining project. So, according to the district administration, all the legal requirements have been fulfilled. But on the other hand, the villagers, the tribals basically, they are saying that the Gram Sabhas, they were conducted in a fraudulent manner. And not just this, even the signatures of the villagers were forced by the district administration, and villagers are of the opinion that they are against this project because it will endanger their livelihood. How will it endanger the livelihood of tribal people, if you may think? Now, you need to understand tribals, in their way of life, they are dependent on forest and its resources like minor forest produce. So whenever they harness it, they sell it in the market. This is how they make money and earn livelihood. So naturally, whenever such iron ore, bauxite ore, etc. are being mined, it will lead to removal of the forest, which invariably damages negatively the villagers. So this is the cause of concern primarily for the villagers, and that is why they are protesting against this project. Now let us understand what is the status of this project. This process has actually gone ahead. The company Vidanta, it claims to have received stage 1 clearance from the central government, and it is targeted to start the mining from that mine from next year onwards. Now what is the stage 1 clearance, you might be thinking, right? Stage 1 clearance is a condition approval which is given to the company by the central government after they fulfill certain legal requirements like setting money aside for compensatory afforestation, providing funds for diversion of forests, etc., etc. Now here the status of the state of Odisha becomes very important, because Odisha in India is one of the most important states responsible for supplying bauxite ore to the country, right? Bauxite is an ore which you refine in order to get aluminium. Now, according to Indian Bureau of Mines 2022 yearbook, Odisha alone accounts for 41% of India's total bauxite reserves, and not just reserves. Odisha is producing very close to 3/4 of total bauxite that is being produced across the country. So Odisha has substantial amount of resources, but it is producing even more the amount of bauxite ore as far as the total country is concerned. But not just bauxite. Odisha is one of the richest mineral deposits in the country, which has presence of high grade iron ore, coal, nickel, gemstones, and even graphite. And taking into account all the resources present in Odisha, they account for India's total of 17% of the country's mineral reserves. So this is the status of Odisha as far as India's mining sector is concerned. Now let us try to understand the area in question that we are discussing, that is Sigimali. Now Sigimali is a part of Eastern Ghats hill range, and it is interspersed with valleys. Now it is expected that the bauxite reserves present in this nearby area is located in 1500 acres spread across 2 districts of Rayagada and Kalahandi. So from this map, as you can see, Rayagada is located in the southwestern part of the state, and these 2 red dots are the mines, Kondigalimali and Sigimali, and bauxite from these mines are ored and sent to a nearby refinery, that is Lanjigadi Alumina refinery. Okay, so these are the important locations in the state of Odisha where you can find mines. Okay, and this Rayagada and Kalahandi are one of these 2 districts. Now let us talk about the Sigimali mine. Sigimali mine, it is estimated to have reserves of around 311 million tons of high grade bauxite, which is harnessed and sent to a nearby Vedanta's alumina refinery located in Lanjigad, which is in the Kalahandi district. Now this particular refinery is able to produce about 5 million tons of alumina every year. Now you need to understand what is the role of bauxite and alumina as far as harnessing of aluminium is concerned. Now from bauxite you get alumina, and from alumina you manufacture aluminum. Okay, and it is used to produce many important goods that we see in our day-to-day lives. There are other important ores of aluminum also besides bauxite. These are called as cryolite, corundum, and feldspar. Okay, now there is a specific reason why you find aluminium in most of the things that you use, from the soda cans, from the beer cans, etc., to aircrafts. Even your kitchen utensils have many aluminium items, right? Now there is a specific reason for it. Aluminium has a very high amount of strength with respect to its weight. It is light in weight as compared to other important metals like iron, and it is also a very good conductor of electricity. And because of all these specific properties like malleability, ductility, etc., it is used from everyday materials like soda cans and aircraft, which I have already told you. Now aluminium is also one of the most abundant metal in Earth's surface, and it is the 3rd most common element after oxygen and silicon anywhere across the world. Okay, so this is the role of aluminium, and we need to harness bauxite in order to make aluminium. Now Vedanta, its previous projects have also run in under much protest. Vedanta tried to partner with a state-owned Odisha Mining Corporation, and they formed a joint venture. The purpose of this joint venture was to mine bauxite reserves in order to supply the Lanjigad Alumina refinery, which I already told you. Now this company faced certain rejections in the past also, because in its bid to mine the bauxite in the nearby village that is located as Niyamgiri Hills, which is inhabited by the Dongriya Kon tribe, which is a particularly vulnerable tribal group, and they worship Niyam Raja as the supreme god of Niyamgiri forest. So these tribal groups, they actually protested against the project, and this matter actually went to the court. Now this project ran into rough weather once the center government refused stage 2 forest clearances in 2010 because this clearance required diversion of 660 hectares of forest land for bauxite mining in Kalahandi and Rayagada district. Now, why did center refuse the stage 2 forest approval? That is also we need to know. Now, the decision of the central government was based on adverse view of the Forest Advisory Committee, which is set up to take care of tribal rights. And this committee actually stated that such kind of a project not just goes against the tribal rights, but it will also impact the region's ecology and biodiversity. Now, Vidanta is the same company responsible for Sterling Cooper, the plant which used to operate in the Tamil Nadu, right? Now, this case eventually reached the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court in a judgment in 2013 stated that the mining project required clearances from the Gram Sabha, and when this mining project went to Gram Sabha for its clearances, you will be surprised to know all the 12 Gram Sabhas invariably rejected the mining plan in order to protect the eco-sensitive Niyamgiri hills, which dealt a very deadly blow to Vidanta, and now Vidanta is trying to harness resources from Sigimali mine. So let us see how this pans out. Okay, so this is all for today's discussion. I also have 2 PYQs which I will tell you, but before that you need to understand, if you're really serious about your UPSC aspirations, now you can go to a particular website, that is StudyIQ website, where you'll see all the courses which you can use in order to clear this exam. The most important course is P2I Foundation courses. P2I Foundation courses basically provides every kind of a learning that you need in form of classes, test series, mentorship in order to clear this exam. And the classes there provide you everything from prelims to mains to interview. Everything that you require will be given there. Right now, a sale is being going on, and to take the best opportunity of the sale, if you use the code ATS Live, you are going to get even more discounts. Okay, so please hurry up before this offers end. Now, before I leave you with the questions, these are the 2 questions that I've taken up from the UPSC PYQ. This appeared in 2013 under the Scheduled Tribes and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Recognition of Forest Rights Act, which shall be the authority to initiate the process of determining the nature and extent of individual or community forest rights. This is one question. Please solve it. Do let me know the correct answer in the comment section. And a more recent question which appeared in 2023, ilmenite and rutile, abundantly available in certain coastal tracts of India, is a rich source of which of the following metal? So please do let me know the correct answer of both these questions in the comment section, and what do you feel about this kind of project? Please let me know your opinion. Do you think the tribals are anti-development, or should the companies take more consideration of the rights of tribal before executing such projects? This is a very polarizing topic, I know, but I need to know your opinions honestly in the comment section, but please try to be very civil about it. Okay, so this is all from my side for today's discussion. This is where you'd find the notes. Please download them. These are important for your exam, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Please have a very good day.